Just gonna make an updated video of my Lexus LS400. It's a 91 1UZ V8. I'm sure you guys know it. Well, my interior is nothing special. It's that's what it is. But I did change the starter. I started it on Friday evening. I finished it on Saturday evening. Here's the motor. It's fucking bright anyway. My super horns, I changed the horns with these. They have a completely different tone and they're loud as shit. Now the EGR pipe, I did break it when I removed the whole intake, the starter and everything. I had to move the pipe out of the way and it fucking broke. So what I did was take a little tiny pipe cutter, got underneath, because the EGR valve hooks up to the back of the intake here, goes down the firewall and hooks up just behind the O2 sensor on the manifold. In the header, I guess you call it. So you don't have much room back there at all. It's a fucking pain in the ass. So what I did was I got a tiny pipe cutter and cut the pipe off about 1 inch off the header. Managed to get a 3/4 inch copper plumbing cap and basically welded it on there. So now that's plugged. And then under this EGR right here, there's a plug. It's a 2-wire plug, and that goes into the temperature sensor. You take a 10 ohm resistor, you can buy it at the Source, Radio Shack, any electrical store will have like a pack of 100 for $5-6. You get the 10 ohm one, it's got a color code on it, just Google it. Get the 10 ohm resistor, plug it into the car side of this plug. So the plug that goes to the car, not to the switch. And that gets rid of your engine light for your EGR. So the whole EGR has been deleted. There is a plate, aluminum plate with a gasket there to stop that vacuum there, and then it's plugged on the header side, so that's done. No engine light. I did my starter, the whole intake had to come out. I'll show you that. I have a parts car sitting over here. I'll show you something cool. I watched a million videos and they all said you gotta take the fuel injectors out, the fuel rail, but you do not. So here's the upper intake, the Lexus emblem on it and all that shit. It's been stripped somewhat for my car, but and then there's the lower with the fuel rail still attached. You just get a double extension with a 12 mil and shoot it straight down. You might need a little wobble head on it, but that's it. And then once you pull that, you pull the harnesses out of the way, everything just opens up like a flower, I guess we'll call it. You boys know what I'm talking about. And then that's all my spare shit. And then here's my parts car. It's also a 91. I've been stripping the shit out of it for a couple of years now. Still runs. Well, not now. So then there's the motor right apart. Lower intake off, upper intake off. Here's your starter cavity right there. Flywheel. It's nasty in here. So once you take all the connectors off, you can just move each harness left, right, move them up out of the way, and then yank it all out. It's not that bad. I did it in a day and a half. I have done 2 starters in the past on the Lexus LS, so I did one on a Cadillac, which is somewhat the same. It sucks, but it's glorifying once it's done. It's my little fleet of hoopties, except for this baby. This is my daily driver. I love this car. Now I did do a stabilizer bar underneath on the rack. I'll show that to you. Spin the phone. Sorry about all the shakiness. So this is for a Toyota Land Cruiser. It's got an 18 pound stroke, so it seems to hold the front end down quite nicely. I get no shakes at all at 160, 170, so it's pretty nice. I run these are from the 2003 SC430 convertible, these rims. What size is my tires? 235 40 R18s, and then my back ones are 245s Yokohamas. They're quite large. They're pretty wide. Can't really spin them unless you're really fucking on it. And then it's straight piped. I have no mufflers at all, no resonators. Except for the cats. I left the cats and welded in a new one in the center, and I gotta get 2 new ones for the front. And that's about it. My interior is nothing special, like I said. Got no rips in my seats. This emblem's off my parts car. I put it on the back seat. I think it's classy. It's like Trump. And And this emblem on the steering wheel, I got it off the engine of my parts car. Seems to fit on there just perfectly, the wooden steering wheel cover. Got one rip in my seat right there, which my buddy has 3 of these cars. I have 2 of them, and we both have the same fucking rip. I'm starting to get that little bit of wear, but 25 years old, what do you expect? You got a backup camera installed, GPS, dash camera, which you definitely need. If you don't have one, get one today. Yeah, the rear window was changed because I'm a fucking idiot. Smashed it out in the wintertime. Yeah, there's not much else I can tell you about this car except for I've put LED headlights in. Everybody's like, oh, you can't put LED headlights in a reflector housing. That's fucking bullshit. You can. My fog lights are not yellow, they're clear. You just take the housing off the back, take a pair of needle nose, and you can break the yellow glass on the inside, make your headlights clear. I went and bought those Baja blue fog lights, so I have blue fog lights. They're not blue, they're kind of white, but my LED headlights are much bluer. And then all my side marker lights are all LED. Some of the rear tail lights are LED, except for my main runners. I do that because I live in Canada, and LEDs do not melt the snow. So you must have halogens in there at some point. I did some chrome pillar stripes. Everybody calls me a grandpa. I guess it is a grandpa car. I'll give you a wide shot. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know. Don't talk shit about my car. Do a burnout in your front lawn.